Okay, so while everyone's busy watching Tesla's stock price go up and down, the real story, the one that matters, is happening on the streets and in their robotics labs. Today, we're going to connect the dots on what looks like Tesla's grand plan, a huge two-pronged push into real-world AI. It starts with cars that drive themselves, and, you won't believe it, it ends with robots that work right alongside us. Let's get into it. You know, to really get what Tesla's doing, you gotta start with this analogy from Elon Musk about elevators. I mean, think about it. The idea of a box just pulling you up a building with no one at the controls probably seemed crazy and super unsafe at first. Now, we don't even think twice. This quote, it perfectly frames the journey Tesla is betting on for all of its autonomous tech. That slow but inevitable shift from public fear to just absolute trust.
So, first up, the robotaxi. While so many people are still debating if this will ever even happen, Tesla is already out there building the actual infrastructure for it. And the evidence, it really suggests this isn't some what-if project anymore. I mean, the train has already left the station.
Now, don't let the number 9 fool you. This isn't just 9 cars driving around. This is the number of fully unsupervised robotaxis running in Austin right now. Each one of those cars represents a huge leap in confidence for them. This isn't some controlled demo on a closed course anymore. This is the quiet beginning of a real-world fleet. And it's growing, car by car.
And the scale of this whole thing, their ambition, it gets crystal clear when you look at the number 18. Yeah, that's how many U.S. cities, we're talking Orlando to Phoenix, where Tesla is actively hiring the people they need to run a robotaxi fleet. So you see, this isn't just an Austin thing anymore. They are laying the groundwork for a truly national network.
And it's not just about where they're going, but when. Get this. Recent job postings in Texas are specifically for night shift specialists. And what does that tell you? Well, it's pretty clear they aren't planning some 9-to-5 part-time service. Nope. They're building the foundation for a fleet that literally never, ever sleeps. So, okay, the physical fleet is scaling up. But honestly, that's kind of the easy part. The real mind-bending challenge is the software. You know, the actual brain behind the wheel. How in the world do you teach a car to solve for the infinite chaos of the real world? Just imagine this scenario for a second. It's one of countless edge cases an autonomous car has to solve instantly. You're driving down a narrow road, and boom, out of nowhere, a pedestrian trips and falls directly into your path. What does the car do? This is basically a real-world version of the classic trolley problem, right? It's one of those philosophical dilemmas that has no perfect answer. A human driver might just panic. But the AI, it has to calculate the least bad outcome in a split second. And according to Musk, that might actually mean slowing down dramatically and taking a glancing blow from another car, all to avoid a fatal impact with the person on the ground. So how do you teach a car to make that impossible choice without crashing thousands of real cars to learn? Well, as Musk explains, you do it all in simulation. Tesla is using a massive fleet of supercomputers. We're talking nearly 100,000 top-of-the-line NVIDIA chips, just to run these nightmare scenarios millions and millions of times. They're training the AI to handle stuff that might only happen once in a billion miles of real-world driving. Of course, none of this tech matters one bit if people are just too afraid to get in the car. So the next crucial piece of this whole puzzle is the human element, and how public perception is slowly but surely starting to shift. I love this take from a comedian because it just gets right to the heart of the issue. We trust simple automation, like those automatic doors at the grocery store, every single day without a second thought. But the tech in these cars is literally a million times more sophisticated, yet we're terrified of it. It really makes you ask, who's the real risk here? The AI or the human driver who might be tired or texting or just distracted? And hey, this growing trust isn't just some theory. It's actually showing up in the data. An insurance company, Lemonade, offers discounts to drivers who use Tesla's full self-driving, or FSD. And what they found is pretty wild. A full 50% of their users have FSD engaged for nearly all of their driving. Think about that. People who actually use it trust it a lot. And you know this has to come down to the money, right? This isn't just a science project. It's a potential profit machine. One analysis suggests that even if only 20% of buyers opt for FSD, it could boost Tesla's quarterly profits by almost $300 million. That's like a 35% jump that would totally change the company's financials and probably fund its next big bet. So let's say you've done it. You've developed an AI that can navigate the real world inside a car. What do you do with that intelligence next?
Well, you put it in a different body. And that brings us to the next, almost sci-fi frontier for Tesla, the Optimus humanoid robot. And if you have any doubt about how serious Tesla is about robots, just look at this number, 210. That's the estimated number of engineers working just on the Optimus project. You do not build a team that large for a side project. No way. This is a core priority.
And this is where things get really interesting, geopolitically speaking. A bipartisan bill has been introduced in the U.S. Senate that would essentially ban the government from using humanoid robots made in China. They're citing national security risks like data infiltration or even remote hijacking. Now, while that's not its direct intent, a bill like this could effectively create a protected domestic market for American-made robots, like Optimus.
Okay, so wait, self-driving cars and humanoid robots. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a movie. How on earth can one company possibly tackle both of these massive challenges at the same time? The answer, it turns out, isn't just about technology, it's about their culture. And this right here is Tesla's real secret weapon. Just forget about traditional corporate structures. At Tesla, the engineers designing a new part are sitting right next to the people on the factory floor who have to figure out how to build it at scale. There are no silos. This means everyone is laser-focused on the same exact goal. How do we get this groundbreaking product into mass production fast? It lets them spot and fix problems almost instantly. This is how they move at what seems like impossible speeds. So let's end with this thought. The very same AI that's learning to navigate your city streets is also learning how to work in our factories. It's this incredible convergence of intelligence and hardware, and it's happening way faster than almost anyone realizes. And it leaves all of us with a really critical question. In a world where cars can drive themselves and robots can do our jobs, what part of your world will be the next to change?